Hello DLE and YouTube, this is Jason8 here back with another video on Onomats. This time we are doing a full deck profile and gameplay. So let's get into the deck profile. First, we're running 3 copies of Utopic Onomatopoeia. Note, this card is always treated as a Zubababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, and Dododo card, so this card is very handy for a lot of the Onomat plays that you do, such as Dododo Draw and Gagaga Wind. So during your main phase, you can special summon up to 1 Zubababa, Gagaga, Gogo, and or Dododo monster other than Utopic Onomatopoeia. It does not include this, but it is important to note it cannot special summon itself with its effect from your hand in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except exceed monsters. You can only use this effect of Utopic Onomatopoeia once per turn. So this is probably one of your best monsters to swarm the board with. But you run 3 of it and it does so much for you. Next, we run 3 copies of Zubababa Bancho Gagaga Coat. If you control a Zubababa or Gagaga monster except the Gagaga Coat, while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card. You can target 1 Gogogo or Dododo monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except exceed monsters. You can only use each effect of Zubababa Bancho Gagaga Coat once per turn. This is probably your best extender and facilitator for multiple exceed summons on top of the Onomatopoeia. Next, we run 2 copies of Dododo Dwarf Gogo Glove. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Zubababa or Gagaga monster from your hand. If you control a Gogo or Dododo monster except Dododo Dwarf Gogo Glove, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Dododo Dwarf Gogo Glove once per turn. So this card, like the Onomatopoeia, allows you to further extend. Also, the fact that Gogo Glove can revive itself in the graveyard is fairly handy when trying to recover from a blowout play turn 1. Fairly excellent card from the new set and much needed support. Next, we run the 1 copy of Gagaga Mancer. So once per turn, you can target 1 Gagaga monster in your graveyard, except the Mancer, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Gagaga monsters. If this card is detached from an Exceed monster and sent to the graveyard to activate that monster's effect, you can target 1 face-up Exceed monster you control against 500 attack until the end of this turn. So this has similar properties to the Zubababa Bancho Gagaga Coat, albeit more restrictive, so that's why you run only the 1 copy, although it is still handy to boost up the Gagaga Samurai or Ptolemy 7 or the Bouncer to get over really big monsters. So you still only run the 1. Next, we run 2 Gagaga Sisters. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Gagaga spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can target 1 other Gagaga monster you control. The levels of that monster and this card become their combined current levels until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect of Gagaga Sister once per turn. So, how do we make the rank 6s? You use Gagaga Sister. So you either use Gagaga Sister and Utopic Onomatopoeia to make them both level 6, or you use the Gagaga Sister and the Gagaga Coat, or the Sister and the Mancer. So it grabs you the Gagaga Bolt, grabs you the Gagaga Wind, and also grabs you the Gagaga Tag. We are not running the tag in this list, but it is a potential side deck card option, or if you to run into too many big monsters on the ladder, you can replace a bolt for the tag. Speaking of the bolt, we are running 3 copies of Gagaga Bolt. If you control a Gagaga monster, target 1 card on the field, destroy that target. This card is your main form of removal for this deck and is made searchable by Gagaga Sister. So very easy ways to out problematic cards. Next, for maximum consistency, we run 3 Dododo draws. So send 1 Dododo monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Dododo draw per turn. So the prime targets to send either the Onomatopoeia or the Dododo Dwarf Gold Glove. Recall that the Onomatopoeia is also treated as a Dododo card at all times, so it is, again, probably one of the best targets to send off the Dododo draw. The Gold Glove is also very good as well, since both monsters, if you revive them, say with the Gaga coat, allow you to further extend. Lastly, we run the 1 Gaga Wind. So it allows you to special summon a Gaga monster from your hand as a level 4 monster. So if your normal summon, say the Gaga sister gets flipped face down or gets interrupted for whatever reason, and you have the Gaga Wind, you can continue playing. You are not interrupted and have to pass turn right away. Lastly, to round out the main deck, we are running the True Hey True Nades. Onomats is a very combo aggro deck. It aims to OTK your opponent in 1 turn. So Hey True Nade is probably your best card, limit 2 card to run to clear the back row and then just pick apart your opponent's board and go for lethal. Now on to the extra deck. We are running the 1 Constellar Ptolemy M7. Takes 2 level 6 monsters to make. The main effect we're after here is the once per turn effect. So once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, then target 1 monster on the field or in your player's graveyard, return that target to the hand. So I find myself putting back the Gaga coat for next turn, or I want to bounce back my opponent's monsters back to their hand. So it's a very, very strong card that we have in the rank 6 toolbox. The other rank 6 we are running is the Photon Strike Bouncer. It also takes 2 level 6 monsters to make. So once per turn, during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach an Exceed material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. This card is an upgrade over Force Focus because it doesn't have a level restriction on what it can negate. It can negate any monster effect that's on the field. Very, very strong. So for the rank 4s, we are running the Abyss Dweller because it shuts your opponent's graveyard down. So Blue Eyes effects, you stop. Shiranui effects, you stop. Anything that is graveyard reliant, you stop. We run 2 copies of number 70 Malevolent Sin. So it takes 2 level 4 monsters to make. So once per turn, you can detach an Exceed material from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it into your opponent's next standby phase. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, you can make this card gain 300 attack, and if you do, increase its rank by 3. So the main purpose of this card is to temporarily remove your opponent's monsters and swing in for lethal. So this is a very good card that facilitates OTKs for you. Your other turn 1 play card is the Steel Swarm Brooch. It takes 2 level 4 monsters to make. So during either player's turn, when a level 5 or higher monster will be special summoned, you can detach an Exceed material from this card, negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy it. So you will want to go back to our Inherent Summon video where I, Herf, and Circus discuss more in detail about the Roach on what it can negate, so please check that video out. And lastly, we run the 1 Gaga Samurai. So it takes 2 level 4 monsters to make. So once per turn, you can detach a Exceed material from this card, then target a Gaga monster you control. You can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. It also has another nifty effect. So when another monster you control is targeted for an attack while this card is in face-up attack position, you can change this card to face-up defense position. If you do, change the attack target to this card and then perform damage calculation. So it does protect other monsters from getting destroyed by taking the hit itself, but rarely you will do that. You will mainly use it for the double attack. And that's everything from the deck. Oh, before I forget, we are running the skill Onomatoplay. This is probably the most powerful skill of Duel Links right now. So let's see what it does. Onomatoplay. The skill's effect. Return 2 Zbababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dododo cards with different names from your hand to the deck, and then add 2 Zbababa, Gagaga, Gogogo, or Dododo monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. So the skill can only be used once per duel. You can use it right away turn 1 and manipulate the exact kind of hand that you want. So if you have spell cards that are not usable right away, you can put them back and grab monsters that you need right away. Are you missing a target for Dodo to draw? Put those dead cards back and grab what you need. This is probably the best skill right now. Alright, so that concludes the deck profile portion of this video. Let's go to some replays. So I'm going to show you 5 replays and just note what I've done for each one of them. Now Onomats is a very fast deck, as I've noted before, but since it is fast, that's why I'm willing to show 5 replays. So we're against Kite, going second, which again is very favorable for us. So he is playing Photons. So if he makes the Starlegion Galaxion, and summons the Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, puts a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon back to get a Photon Stream of Destruction. So sets the background passes to us. So we Hatronade everything, and we're more than good to one turn kill here. So Onomatoplay, put back the Wind and the Dwarf, so we get those back. Get the Sister, grab for a Bolt. Use the Bolt to get rid of the Photon Dragon. Then the Coates effect. So use Sister, you make the Exceed Summon. This deck's very, very fast, so it's kind of difficult to keep up. So Onomatopoeia, summons the Glove from hand. I'm pretty sure I make the Malevolent Sin here. Number 70. Malevolent Sin. Yep. So swing and swing. So lethal. That's down 1 replay. So next one. I believe this one's against Thunder Dragons. Again, we're going second, which we like to do, you know, preferably still. Going first is not bad. Well, not as bad, but still going second would still be preferable. So Hatronade, like, we don't know what kind of back row they're playing, so just deal with it. Draw. So thin the deck to grab whatever we want. Grab the Bolt. Hit the Bolt. Use the Coat. Oh, did I not use Onomatoplay here? Oh, I did not need to, I think. Photon Strike Bouncer. Now I Onomatoplay. Yeah, in case he had a hand trap, that's what I did. So Exceed Summon into the Gaga Samurai. So swing, swing, yep, no hand trap, so therefore we were good to go. That's 2 down. So this was against water. Against water, I think is decently favorable, assuming we can open up the Hatronade and blow away their back row. Yes, so this was against water, territory of the sharks. So make the Abyss Dweller, fine. Since the back row passes. Onomatoplay. So we're set up in case they interrupt us right on the normal summon. Draw the Hadronade, so excellent. Gaga's sister. Search the wind in case he decides to interrupt us right there and then. So he decides to interrupt us there. That's fine. Gaga wind. Sister. So make the M7. Yep, so we want to recover and not really send the monster back to the extra deck. Really does nothing for us here. So again, that was a fine move, I believe. So he makes Mermaid Shark and goes for the use the skill, makes rank 4. I believe, yes, it was the Spider Shark. Oh, Woven Spider Shark. Swings in. What do we do here? Some of the code effect. And he scoops. Alright. That back row was likely a bluff. Oh, against Sartorius, this one, I think this was one of the good ones. It was either this or the last one was good. Okay, we're going first against Sartorius. I'm pretty sure this was against Desperado, a very filthy Desperado player. Going first. Do a draw. Yep, so I didn't want to set up a crazy board, just like enough, right? Like nothing too crazy, because you don't want to lose all your resources for nothing. So make the Roach pass. They draw for turn. Cup of Ace, fine. That's one coin flip gone. Yep, so Roach negate the Fortress. Roach negate. Misjudge. So that forces the last 2 coin flips, that's fine. Desperado get a Twin Barrel. So swing against us. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can force this Hadronade through. Didn't think it would force it would be engaged, so we're good there. Onomatoplay. Grab the sister, go for the bolt. And then we just OTK from here, so, since the negate's already been baited. It's a bolt. Gaga coat. Effect. Yep, so we got nothing, and that was game for us. So again, against Desperado, we're going second, so that really helps. Another Master of Destiny, that's fine. Cup of Ace, that's 1 coin flip gone. Draw 2. Alright, so Allogistos Quarantine, so the second Cup of Ace. Sets a back row, that's fine. Not too bad here. Gaga's sister grab a bolt. So we went for the quarantine, fine. So I didn't want to, I tried to play around the back row, assuming it was a Karma Cut or a head judging. Oh, actually no, I did not, I didn't play around head judging then as much as I'd like. So swing in, Temperance saves him. Twin Barrel. I think they were out of coin flips already by then, so nothing, thankfully. I was worried that they may have... Oh, yeah, they do have the Desperado. Swings in, fine. If it's just a Desperado and nothing else, we're good. Onomatoplay. Grab the bolt. Grabs Misjudge, but this is fairly late for Misjudge, as by standard procedures. Probably overextension if you ask me, but that's fine. So, lethal. And that's everything. Alright, so I hope these replays were able to teach you some standard onomatoplays. So, if you still have more questions about Onomats, join the Discord and ask new player help or whatever channel you feel, probably deck help, and come watch our tournaments on DLE. They're hosted, I believe it was 5 times a week. Battle phase is free, and enjoy the content. So this is Jason Re8 signing off. I'll see you next time.